Have photos of the suspects police are looking for in connection with two recent bank robberies. One of those, the U.S. Bank in Indio.
Plus, a young girl sustained wounds after being bitten in the face by a dog in Desert Hot Springs.
And someone here in California is $425 million richer this morning after winning that Powerball ticket.
KMIR Today at 6:30 starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, February 20th. You're watching KMIR Today. I'm Thalia Hayden.
And I'm Gloria Rodriguez. Thank you for joining us on this Thursday morning. We're going to take a live look outside this morning. This is your general air conditioning camera here in Palm Desert. Beautiful morning. We might see some breezy conditions again today.
Let's take a look at those temperature highs. According to meteorologist Greg Bennett, we're seeing Palm Desert at 85 degrees. Palm Springs an 80-degree high, Desert Hot Springs 78. We'll get to weather in just a little bit, but for now, some breaking news.
This is KMIR Breaking News.
We have some breaking news for you this morning. This is coming out of Coachella. This is a live look from our Fantasy Springs camera. CAL FIRE tells us there's a debris fire on Dillon Road. It's a 20 by 40 spot.
As you can see, firefighters are on the scene right now. We see the flashing lights there. A tremendous amount of smoke shooting up from that area. The cause of this fire unknown at this time, and of course KMIR is on it. We'll bring you the latest information as it comes into our newsroom. We now have photos of the suspects police are looking for in connection with two recent bank robberies. This is a look at the man involved in Tuesday's robbery of U.S. Bank in Indio. The man involved is described as being Hispanic, around 50 years old, between 5'2" and 5'7". He never showed a gun, but handed a note to the teller and then walked off with that cash. And here are some photos from last Friday's robbery, less than a block away at the Wells Fargo Bank on Monroe Street. This suspect is described as a Hispanic man between 30 and 35 years old, 5'8". This suspect also did not show a weapon during the robbery. If you have any information on either of these bank robberies, please call Crime Stoppers at 760-341-STOP.
This morning, a 10-year-old girl is suffering from severe injuries after a dog bit her in the face. She was waiting for a school bus with her mother when she was attacked by a dog from her neighborhood. This is a picture of the dog, Ollie, a 2-year-old husky mix. Riverside County Animal Services says the girl was already familiar with the dog, so she started petting him. But all of a sudden, he turned and then bit her for an unknown reason. The dog bit her at least once, maybe twice. The little girl's mother immediately took her to Desert Regional Medical Center. Animal Control says Ollie was abandoned by former owners in the past and was left with neighbors to be taken care of.
The potential for a bite with a dog can happen at any time, whether you think the dog is nice or not. And I mean, we think that the young girl may have known this dog or seen it in the area and probably had somewhat of a comfort level with the dog. But again, a small child there's more potential for serious damage from any dog bite, especially since they're down at the face level with the animal. They're going to get bit in the face, and there's again the potential for some serious damage there.
The dog's future is uncertain at this point. Animal Services wants to remind dog owners to make sure to keep their dogs safe and within a secure fence to prevent tragedies like this from happening again. And we have a Facebook question of the day for you. What do you think should happen to the dog, Ollie? Go to our Facebook page, KMIR News. Let us know.
Controversial topic, a lot of people chiming in there.
Let's get a check of your weather right now.
Meteorologist Greg Bennett joins us with a look at your lifestyle weather forecast.
All right, guys, we're getting rid of that cold front, high pressure moving on in for us. It has dropped our temperatures just a little bit. We're going to be seeing a lot of sunshine out there today, but still dealing with that wind advisory from yesterday. In fact, the late evening hours. 10 a.m. today is when we should see this lift from our localized area, but do be careful for your morning commute. 20 to 30 mile per hour sustained winds potential, gusts up to about 50. The day ahead, topping off in the lower 80s, still plenty of sunshine. More details in your 7-day outlook coming up in your Weather First forecast.
Thank you very much. The death toll has reportedly risen from clashes in the Ukraine. There are reports of at least 19 additional deaths. Meantime, local media reported that demonstrators had captured a group of police officers today. Fierce clashes between both sides shattered the brief truce established last night. The violence continues amid separate meetings between European foreign ministers and opposition leaders. Time right now, 35 minutes after the hour.
Here's what's making news headlines around the nation this morning. Back in Washington, President Obama is dealing with a heavy foreign agenda, including whether or not to help stop the violence in the Ukraine. Tracy Potts is following developments and gives us the details.
With fires still burning in Kiev this morning, President Obama is back in Washington contemplating if, when, and how the U.S. needs to get involved in stopping the violence in Ukraine.
There will be consequences if people step over the line, and that includes making sure that the Ukrainian military does not step in to what should be a set of issues that can be resolved by civilians.
The U.S. wants police to back off and let peaceful protests continue. It's one of the issues the president addressed in a joint news conference with Mexico's president and Canada's prime minister after their meetings Wednesday. With a larger trans-Pacific trade deal in the works, Mexico's eager to lure more American companies, more jobs south of the border.
We want more development. We are aware of the potential that we find in North America.
The touchy issue of the Keystone XL pipeline came up, that multi-billion-dollar oil route from Alberta to the Gulf Coast. It's still a sore spot between Canada and the U.S.
Keystone will proceed along the path that's already been set forth.
Canada insists environmental impact is no longer a concern.
I think the State Department report already was pretty definitive on that particular issue.
But Mr. Obama gave no indication he'll speed up his decision on whether to approve it. Tracy Potts, KMIR News.
Prosecutors in Missouri have announced charges against a middle school football coach in the murder of a 10-year-old girl. The Springfield, Missouri home of longtime school system employee Craig Michael Wood is now a crime scene. Police found what they believe is the body of a kidnapping victim, 10-year-old Haley Owens. They found that body inside. Prosecutors say that actions by observant witnesses led to his quick capture. Wood is currently being held at the Greene County Jail without bond.
Federal investigators say pilot fatigue could be the cause behind a crash of a UPS plane in Alabama in August. The cargo plane with 2 people on board slammed into the ground just before 5 a.m. as it was attempting to land. Today, pilot fatigue will be discussed at a National Transportation Board hearing on the deadly accident. The pilot had made 2 prior landings in the 8 hours prior to that crash.
People will no longer be allowed to sit or lay on the sidewalks in downtown Palm Springs. The city of Palm Springs passed a new ordinance last night, allowing police to give warnings to people doing just that. City officials say there has been an increase in the homeless population. Tourists and merchants are complaining about their aggressive begging. But some business owners, like Monica Turner, say that while some homeless people sleep around her store, they really don't bother her.
We'll let them sleep to a certain time, and then we tell them it's time to get productive. You have to wake up and you have to, go out and make yourself busy. And they just go. So they don't get mean to us. They protect our store.
The new ordinance is an extension of the loitering law. Police can give a person a warning, and if that person is defiant, they could be cited. It is official. Someone bought the winning $425 million Powerball ticket. We might not know who the lucky winner is, but we do know where the winning ticket was sold. Lottery officials say the winning ticket was sold at the Chevron Food Mart just north of San Jose. Store employees are excited and anxious to find out who the lucky winner is. Lottery officials say the store will receive $1 million just for selling the ticket. The jackpot is estimated at $425.3 million, with a cash payout option of $242.2 million. The winning numbers drawn yesterday were 1, 17, 35, 49, 54, and a Powerball number of 34.
Now, the First Lady has appeared with Jimmy Fallon before, but she's doing it again. Tonight, it's The Tonight Show. Michelle Obama joins Jimmy during his first week as host of the iconic show. Other guests, along with the First Lady, are Will Ferrell and musical guest Arcade Fire. The La Quinta Public Library is celebrating Black History Month by paying tribute to Motown Records. The event is called An Evening with Friends, Motown Memories. It starts at 6 tonight with tunes from the 50s, playing hits from The Temptations, The Four Tops, Smokey Robinson, Stevie Wonder. Claudette Robertson will be performing with the Miracles, along with the guitarist from The Temptations. If you want to attend, the event is free.